Hello, this was a Ukrainian derby in Iglo. Danyl Petraszewski was playing white, Larion took black, and it was a very exciting game. Starts with a Joseki, another Joseki, and here white plays this double Atari. This cut is a possible move here, though a more common play is here. And in both of these situations, black is advised to immediately run with the stones. So here, this is a common continuation, and then it will be still very, very complicated. Of course, you can also choose other variations, like this, like that. And after the double Atari, also black should go out. And maybe extend here, maybe push here. It's important to run with the stones. It's possible to not do it, but especially after the double Atari, white has a way to quite efficiently finish the shape. Well, if white wants, white can simply capture the stone, and it's already better than what white can do around here. Here the stone of black is still not captured. But actually, white has even better option, and it's very good to learn this move. When you watch AI reviews of your games, you will notice that this is just a perfect spot here. Very often suggested, or always suggested by AI, this elephant eye jump. If black wants to run, white can capture black in a ladder. Of course, there is some agi. Move like this might be center, but white is happy having this stone a bit further, so this is a good idea to finish the shape. Black plays on the side, white also plays on the side. Okay, both players are kind of preparing for a potential fight which might start after black goes out, but black for now still didn't dare. Okay, this is another big move. White plays another, and after this attachment, what should white do? So this is something good to learn again. In the old Joseki, the stone of black wasn't usually there, it was here. And then white had quite a few options. White can descend, white can maybe go up, connect, play Hane. All these moves are similarly good. But currently, nowadays, we much more often see this move being played there. And then it's simply better to go like this and like that, because we create a weak point in the opponent's shape. It might be used quite soon, that white cuts and either captures the three stones, or if black doesn't want to give them, then, well, still black is split, or maybe white captures these two stones. So there is a big agi, an annoying agi. Therefore, we play like this and then connect. And we also have another continuation around here. And if white descends, black is happy with the exchange. After this exchange, even if white somehow continues, still the stone is misplaced. It doesn't take away black's liberty. Black should just be happy with this exchange. Black forced white to hide in the corner, play a defensive move, and now, well, there are other big moves on the board. But black continues, which is a bit slow, and now white gets the initiative. White can play elsewhere, but white also continues, which is again a bit small, a bit slow, since this move of black is still gote. If block on the second line is gote, then we probably don't want to crawl on the second line. White does crawl, and now again black can play elsewhere, but black did continue. Okay, so in the end white gets center. White invades, black plays from this side. My intuition is more with this move, or maybe here, because it seems to me that black is already quite strong around here, and in the corner not yet. So if black plays like in the game, white can go into the corner. Actually, it's difficult for black to split white, because white has so many supporting stones all around. So this looks like an overplay for black, though we need to be quite careful. and maybe white should rather play a bit calmer move. Anyway, white can destroy black's corner, or well, in the game white chose a different way. White jumped out. This is also possible. Jump, jump, jump. Then white goes into the corner. It was played like in a common Joseki variation. Yeah. And black took the corner. Alright, this all makes sense. And now soon a quite important thing happens. For now, white played on the outside, building a shape with a group, destroying black's potential. It also looks like a very important spot. If black plays here, black has this beautiful shape. But in fact, there is not too many points to be taken here. And what should be also taken care of is the base of the group. If white plays a move here, the group is already quite close to being alive. Well, locally, it's not yet completely alive, because if black plays here, then, well, it's only one eye. But first of all, we might try to create two eyes by going to the corner. And okay, maybe still not two eyes, but a bit closer. Also, we have such an option, and maybe make an eye there. Or first here, and if black here, then white here. So anyway, the group is already quite close to living. Even after black plays, white has an option to try to make two eyes. And it's also worth a few points to play such a move, though, well, it looks quite slow. Therefore, white plays on the outside. It also makes sense. But soon, after playing these exchanges, black plays this peep. And now the question is, should white answer this? If white answers, then, well, black in center forced white into having only half an eye. All right, maybe a bit more than half an eye, because still there is this agi in the corner. If black connects, then white has a full eye in the corner. And if black plays here, then then white already has an eye. Maybe black can start a ko for this eye. So there is such an agi, which makes white a bit more alive. Half an eye or a bit more than half an eye white gets by connecting here. And how many points is it worth? If white plays elsewhere, and this is what happened in the game, black cuts, black captures these stones, that's already 8 points, then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, at least 10, so 18 points, because this is a basic endgame for white, which white will always get in center in the endgame. So 18 points for sure, but in fact even more, because after this move white has a better endgame. White has this clamp, a bit more difficult to count, but for sure better for white. So maybe not 18 points, maybe 20 points. 20 points is already quite something. Maybe a normal move in Go can be worth more than 20 points. Maybe this move is worth more than 20 points. Usually moves are worth around 25 points. When it just comes to points. But the value of these stones is not only the value of how many points are taken by black if black cuts them. It is also the strength of white's group. After black cuts these stones, white doesn't have any eye on the side. After white connects, white has at least half an eye on the side. That's quite worthy in Go. Moreover, black's group is cut off. This also might mean that in the future this group might have problems. This also has a value. I need to wait to pause. Sorry, I am back. So if it is 20 points in terms of territory, but also the weakness of black group, the weakness of white group, this is additional big value. Then for sure this move is bigger than any common move on the board, any normal play like what white did. So for sure white needs to connect, but white gave these stones away, and from now on black got an advantage in this game. Black is now completely safe. White's group is floating in the center. And now black starts another fight. This is also a good decision because the agi is still very annoying in white's shape. White played this Atari, very interesting. Black cannot capture because of the ladder. This way white pushes black a bit more towards his stones. Very interesting choice by white. But well, black still has a way to go out with his group. However, well, black goes out, but at the same time white also goes out and connects to that weak group. So after all, I think that white is managing this situation well. It would be also fine for black to not start that fight, but first to attack this floating group. If white plays from this side, it becomes quite scary for white, quite risky. Even if white somehow manages to live here still, black will profit a lot by this attack and then still will be able to reduce white's area. So maybe this would be a simpler strategy for black, how to win this game after already getting a profit on the right side. But in the actual game, black goes out, then white also goes out. This move is a little bit misplaced. Better stay on the fourth line and also play a good shape, the dog's head. Now this stone is well located. In the game though, black peeps and now white is a little bit in trouble. White manages to connect the stones, but well, I think that white's shape suffered a bit and maybe black had even sharper ways of managing this situation. If black starts with this move, then now black wouldn't connect. Now black might think of playing something like this. And if white cuts, the net doesn't work, it seems. So, well, we don't know, but anyway, white manages to connect the stones, black still goes out, and the fight continues. Oh, this is a very strange exchange. Black is aiming to destroy white's shape, but it would be better to play from this group. Maybe black didn't realize that the group on the left side might get in danger soon. If black plays from this group instead, well, black can make it much stronger in center and then continue in the center of the board. The game would be much easier for black, but like this, black weakened his own group, and now black has two weak groups, and white starts the splitting attack. This was very well played by white, and maybe white is going back to making a comeback in this game now, attacking both groups of black. Yeah, so this was a difficult fight. This move is quite crucial because it makes black's area bigger and white's area smaller. So perhaps instead of saving the two stones, white can think of playing here. Okay, black can capture the two stones, but still it doesn't give black two eyes. White can still try to... Okay, maybe not really. White cannot really destroy black's eyes, because anyway, this will be black's center. Black can jump into the corner, and moreover, black can try to go out with this move. But anyway, it would also make white much more alive. Though in the game, white also managed to live, black also lived. Yeah. Now white plays the throw in, and with this white makes the second eye. Well, then this move wasn't really successful. Perhaps there are other ways. Maybe hit this point and then here try to connect. Well, if black can destroy white's second eye, maybe white dies. So this has a good potential, but in the game black didn't destroy white's eye, and then black needs to make life. Actually, I am not sure if I would block here as white, because black is already alive. Maybe white didn't realize it. Now black starts playing a bit on the outside. So let's say that black simply plays elsewhere, plays like this. White cannot kill this group of black. This is alive. And maybe black is able even to connect here because of white's weaknesses on the outside, though this is already not completely sure. So black doesn't want to lose the 3 stones, therefore black still plays from the group. But anyway, this is losing center, and well, yeah, it's a big move, but maybe we can do better if we start an attack on the heavy group of blacks in the center. This looks very, very scary for black. I don't know, maybe even play like this, try to really attack it as a whole. Yeah, black tries to destroy white's shape on the outside, but I don't know. Maybe better to simply play from this weak group. Yeah, maybe such a move. And then just go out. And if white wants to take the 3 stones, well, we can give them. It's not any problem for black. This looks more scary because black gave white a stone in a very important area strategically. Okay, white connects. Black adds a move. Is it necessary? So if black now plays in the center, where a move is quite needed, then of course white can still go and take the 5 stones, but they are not very big. And I think that other than that, black is locally alive or not? Is maybe this move kills? This move looks like it kills. Okay, yeah. So like this, black is dead. Maybe black needs to play here, but probably still the group should die. All right, so it seems that black indeed needs to add a move. And black did it in a tricky way. So here, yeah, looks like center, Hannah on the first line. So white answers normally, but then if white continues in a normal fashion, black is already alive. Now the group cannot be harmed at all. If white plays here, black plays here. If white plays here, black simply lives. So, did white have a better option? Okay, it seems no. If white plays, let's say like this or like that, maybe black is already alive. It would need to be red, but at least this move doesn't work. Okay, so black manages to live with the group in a very active manner. White plays the exchange, that's no harm. And yeah, so white lived, black lived, but there is still this big group in the center, which might be attacked. And black connected here. Okay, yeah. White lived and black lived, yes. And now white starts the attack on the central group. After all what happened, starting from this fight, well, white didn't take any points on the side, but black also took only 6 points. Probably black is ahead because of what black gained on the right side earlier. But if white can successfully attack the group in the center, maybe even kill it, then white can be good in the game. So white starts the attack, and this is a very good move, a Tesuji, which I actually learned during my training in China. Somehow it used to be a blind spot for me. I always expected that in such a shape my opponent would calmly go here and then split my stones, and I would be going out, and he would be pushing me from behind, and I would be as black running further. But then my opponents played this move, and how to answer? If black answers here, then suddenly there is a cutting point. And well, if here, then now black is pushing from behind. If black goes like this, maybe white covers, or maybe also extends, and the black is pushing from behind. So very good Tesuji. The wedge instead of playing straight. It's also the 1 to 3 principle. We count 1 to 3, read such a variation, but then we go directly to 3, and this is a Tesuji. Black extended. This is a sharp answer to this Tesuji. And how should white continue? White fell back in the game in the actual game to the normal variation by playing this exchange and then playing on the outside. But why did white do it this way? The meaning of the Tesuji is to keep pushing and later cut here. This would be very scary for black. Maybe for now we can still push, and later this cutting point is super annoying for black. Like this, I believe white can win the game because black doesn't have time to be in front. Black needs to go back, and then black is pushing from behind, and it seems that black might have trouble running out with this group. But white played the beautiful wedge Tesuji, but didn't continue in the most powerful manner, unfortunately. And now white is pushing from behind, and probably this gives black already enough space to run out with this group. Well, I think still the position is quite complicated, but white played it a bit too aggressive. Maybe here it's possible to simply connect and play like this, though maybe this wouldn't work. But then why don't we start from this move and maybe connect, simply connect, so that we still have the possibility of capturing black in the net. I think this gives more hope. It looks quite unclear to me if black has a way to run out with the group. But in the game, white played this cut, and then, well, black found a way to save the 4 stones. Connect them, and then white ends up being cut off, and white has not enough liberties and cannot make 2 eyes. So black wins the capturing race, and then for sure black wins the game. So a dramatic ending of this game, good fight by both players, and I think that there is an important strategic lesson from this game, because often in Go we can play move which feels good, and maybe AI wouldn't criticize it, and we wouldn't think that it can be a mistake at all, but it leads the game into a direction which is not easy for us. Especially if we are ahead in the game, we need to be very aware of this and try to choose to think strategically about the game and choose the strategy which leads to a simple win and not to a complicated win. Maybe this move is the best on the board because there is a big agi in white's shape. Something broke in my... but this move, even if it's worse than going out with the stone, it should be nearly as good. It also looks like a completely proper move, and for sure the game is simpler. It is white who has weak group. We put pressure on it, get stones which will help us in the fight, and only then we start a fight. Like this, it's a better fight. And if white now fixes somehow that shape, then, well, we don't need to start that crazy fight. Now we simply put pressure on white, and again white is in trouble. Like this, I believe we can finish the game in a much simpler manner. All right, so this is it about this game. Thank you for listening.